Right, good morning folks, and welcome back to another video. Today I've decided to come out at 3 in the morning. Crazy. Right, a quick session before work this morning. I've got 4 hours till I've got to start getting or thinking about taking myself into work. And we're going to give it a quick go. So I've got some worms and some razorfish with me. That is it. And we're down close to the pier. And we're just going to give it a fish and see how we get on. Right, so here's where I place myself. There we go. Obviously promenade's running along that side, pier's over there somewhere, and we are here. First chuck out then, so just 2 Portsmouth loop rigs again, size 2 hooks. We just worm on. Getting the odd little taps, nothing to worry about at the moment. Yeah, 2 flapper there, all ready to go on the tripod. There's some worm. There we go. So yeah, just razorfish in the bag there, and then just using a couple of the old packs of lug, which are there. And hopefully you'll be able to catch some fish and enjoy it. Definitely a winner. Flask of tea. That is definitely a must. At the moment it's getting a bit cold now, so flask of tea is a must. Travelling really light today actually, so I just got a dry bag, just a bucket full of bait, a rod and tripod. There we go. Right, so we're fishing tide out, down to low and then back up for an hour and a half. So we're kind of nearing the lowest sort of point now. Mostly Eastbourne is shingle onto sand. Some lovely sand here. Woo, look at that, happy days. And then there we go. Water is stopped. Nice little ripply waves rolling in. Nothing major. No wind. See if we can catch some fish, man. Right folks, so the first fish in, everyone's favourite winter fish, the humble whiting. There we go. If you're fishing through winter and you haven't caught one of these fellas yet, you soon will, because they're absolutely everywhere. There we go. Right, so we're getting little shy bites. I think it's my good old friend, the winter whiting, pecking away. The joys of winter fishing at night. Hopefully we'll get that sun come up and we'll be able to get on some flats. That's what we're after. A couple of little pools. What we want is a nice big pull round, don't we folks? Nice big ray or something like that. Let's have a look then. Right, so we had nothing on that cast. We get some nice bites, but nothing at all. So we're going to replenish the bait. Just using half of a worm. Yeah, just should have scissors really, but I'm just going to pull that off. These worms are really sticky, so I'm hoping they'll be good for the flats. Nice and easy. One worm on that hook, and then on the bottom hook I'm going to try a bit of this razorfish. So pull it out of the shell, and then we're just gonna loop it round. Like that, in and out of the hook. And there is our razorfish bait. Right folks, another tiny one to add to the collection. There we go. There it is. Right, I think it's time to enjoy a nice cup of tea. Oh, lovely. So the most important part about winter sea fishing is keeping warm, and this definitely hits the spot. Right, so they're still persisting to hit us. There's not as many as I thought there was going to be, but they're still about in huge numbers. So we'll get this little fella off, and then keep going and see if we can try and hit that flatfish target. Right folks, so we're now a fair way off the shingle. The water's gone out quite far, to be fair. I didn't think that it would be going out this far. I should have really checked the tide charts. So we're on the sand. We are about 25 minutes before the low tide, and then we've got an hour and a half to fish the rise of the tide. And I'm hoping that on that rise of the tide we should be able to find some flats when that sun comes up, if we've got enough time, that is. Right, a couple more little nods on the rod. I think we're into a whiting game. I think we're into a whiting game. Until those rays properly turn up and people are catching them consistently, I think it might be a case of fishing a few day sessions through the January. Obviously the fish come in closer during the night, so you do tend to catch quite a lot more whiting, and as they're the predominant species currently, there's absolutely tons of them out there. They just seem to get to the bait before most other fish do at night, like little savage piranhas. Obviously in the day, when it's bright and the sun's up, obviously the whiting, you still catch them, but most of them go further offshore, so you have more chance of catching smaller or other fish that are in the area, not just the whiting all the time. But I mustn't grumble. Fish is a fish, and it's just fun being out. Get a couple of hours in before work. It's always good for the mind, body and soul. Right, and so we've hit the low tide mark now. Not much to show for it so far. A handful of whiting. I've changed over to a rolling lead. I'm still using the same tactics, just small clipped down rigs and Portsmouth loop rigs, and we'll see if the rolling lead produces us any more fish. Right, so just a quick changeover in tactics, adding the shore cast bucket lead to the bottom rolling lead. We've managed to pick ourselves up a lovely specimen of a rocklin, which is there. And also the rocklin was caught then on the bait that we added, which was the razorfish. There we go. Right guys, so it's all gone a little bit quiet at the moment. We're just waiting for another bite. I made a fatal error of leaving the camera batteries in the car, so I thought we was going to have to end the session early. So I had to run back up to the car to grab the camera batteries. A bit of a schoolboy error, that one. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just waiting for another bite. We are about half an hour into the rise of the tide now. Got about another hour and 20 minutes. So I'm just gunning to try and find a flatfish. Right guys, well this little fella definitely tops out at the smallest little bass I've ever seen in my life. Caught on the razorfish. Again, like I say, razorfish is a great bait. We're looking for a slightly bigger bass though. But yeah, great to see him though. Look at that, absolutely tiddler. First bass of the year. Absolutely tiny. Taking on the razorfish there. Look at the size of that. That is what we call perfection in miniature. Absolutely awesome. Right, so rod tip's still going. I've got about 20 minutes left of the session. Gonna try and get a couple more casts in. I said I don't want to push it, I don't want to be late. Especially don't want to be late for work, jeez. Yeah, so we've got a couple of little nibbles there. We're gonna reel this one in. Probably cast one more out, and I think that'll be the end of this session. Just a really quick, short session before work. It's always worth getting out when you can and giving it a go. There we go, so there's my next rig going out. Still on the rolling leads. Worm with a razorfish on there, and then just straight razorfish at the top. Right, folks, so I've been persistent with the rolling lead. We've got a couple more fish. Another little white in there. And our second droplet of the session. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Love these little mini sessions before work. It just fills you with so much. I don't know, I feel energised. Absolutely great. Let's get back in. Right guys, so that is it from me for today. Just a really quick 3-hour session before work. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.